The portal is open. What is that energy trying to tell us? Let's dig deep today. Happy Lionsgate Portal Day. Just for you to know, you're still listening to the Manifest on Purpose show, and this still is Kimbaley. Today, we're going to talk about a popular topic today. Today is August the 8th, 2024, and we're going to be talking about the Lionsgate Portal today, but we're going to be talking about it in a different way than most people are talking about it now, because I wanted to get directly into the energy of that. But before I go into that, let me say my hellos. Welcome. Thank you so much for coming by, sharing your time and energy with me today. Thank you for everyone you've invited, and thank you for subscribing here and on the website at Kimbaley, KIMBALEY.com. And the reason I do all that I do is because the God in me loves the God in you. Oh, I made it rhyme today. Okay. We're going to get into this Lionsgate portal, but before we get there, I'm going to read our Astro-Numerology forecast for today, because we need to know what else we need to expect on top of this. That report is going to be courtesy of Astro-Numerologist LLoyd Strayhorn and the Star 8 mobile numerology app. Today is Thursday, August 8th. The sun is in Leo, the moon is in Libra, Mercury is in retrograde. It's a 7 universal month, a 9 universal week, a 6 universal day. This day holds special significance astrologically referred to as the 888 Lionsgate portal, meaning when the sun in Leo aligns itself with the star Sirius in the sky. Additionally, this year makes it more interesting in the fact that today's month, date, and year are all eights. 8, 2024 equals 8, which makes for a very powerful day. So the question becomes, what is it you wish to accomplish at this point in your life? Those especially under the signs of Taurus, Libra, and those born on the 6th, 15th, and 24th of the month should find this nothing short of a very amazing day. Once again, that is the Astro-Numerology forecast for today, courtesy of Astro-Numerologist LLoyd Strayhorn. And I want you to keep that question in your mind. What things do you wish to accomplish at this point in your life? And that goes for everyone. Now, that was very interesting information to be getting in an Astro-Numerology forecast. So that's why you need this app every single day to know what's going on with the day and how you can expect to fare for that day. Well, you don't have to hope for it or wish for it or try to manifest it. You can download the app and get it every single day. You can go to astar8.com, ASTAR, the number 8.com. You can download it on Google Play, the App Store, or you can go to Linktree/numbers and you. And if you didn't catch all of that, don't worry, because the information is down in the description. And I just want to say thank you to LLoyd, because he is a regular contributor to the Manifest on Purpose show. And not only that, he supports in another way too. He is also a regular listener of the Manifest on Purpose show. So thanks, LLoyd. The awesome thing about life is that it comes with a cheat code. We are blessed with these ancient sciences to help us discover who we really are, what our purpose is, and how we should move going forward in our life according to our goals and aspirations. You can find out more about yourself and get aligned with your purpose in life. Grab one of your personal numerology reports, whether it's just your numerology report, it could be a compatibility report. It can also be your yearly forecast. That's very helpful to help you prepare for the year ahead. Or you can get a business forecast. And not only that, now you can get your personal numerology readings. And all of these things can be found on Kimbaley.com, KIMBALEY.com. So now let's get into this Lionsgate portal thing. I'm pretty sure that by now you have heard all there is to know about this Lionsgate portal because it's been all over the internet and a lot of people have been doing videos about it. And for the most part, most people are looking at this time period because it extends further than the 8th and it started before. But the 8th is apparently the most powerful day. I'll get into it. So a lot of people are excited about this day because of the manifestation factors. I'm not really here to talk about what the Lionsgate portal is rather than to read the energy. And what I want to do is bring you information that you may not hear anywhere else. I like to put a practical spin on things. So I want it to be logical and down to earth. And it's interesting that I use that statement, down to earth, because that's what we're going to be talking about, this earth element. But I'm going to go ahead and read to you what Hindustan Times say about the Lionsgate portal. Things that you ought to know. And this was written by Sumi Pine. It's an article. It says this year, the 2024 Lionsgate portal is even more significant because the year 2024 adds to the number 8, which is seen as a powerful number. August 8th is known in astrology as the day when the Lionsgate portal opens, a time believed to be especially lucky for receiving cosmic gifts. This year, the 2024 Lionsgate portal is even more significant because the year 2024 adds to the number 8, which is seen as a powerful number. Astrologers and believers think this day is one of the best for manifesting your desires. So if Mercury retrograde has been making you uneasy, the Lionsgate portal might offer you a chance to catch a break. So what is the Lionsgate portal? The Lionsgate portal physically occurs when the Sun in Leo aligns with the star Sirius, Orion's belt, and the Earth. This alignment happens during Leo season. I'm sure of that, from July 28th to August the 12th, but the Lionsgate portal's peak time is August 8th, which is considered the most powerful day. In numerology, the number 8 is seen as the symbol of luck, wealth, and good energy. When turned sideways, it represents infinity, symbolizing endless power and energy. The double eights of 88 makes this date powerful for manifesting and creating change in your life. Astrologically, the Lionsgate portal is believed to open up a flow of energy between the spiritual and the physical world, making it an ideal time for personal growth, transformation, and spiritual awakenings. If manifesting is about aligning with your highest self and bringing that into your life, the Lionsgate portal is the perfect time. And then it goes into telling you how you can manifest during this time. It talks about discovering what those goals and desires are that you have, maybe journaling those down, asking yourself what you're grateful for, what you want to change, and using some form of creative visualization like the vision board or meditation so that you can attract these things into your life. Once again, the author of this article is Sumi Pine. The very first thing that stood out to me in this article is the fact that what they are calling the portal is the alignment of the Earth, the star Sirius, and the Sun in Leo. So that's telling you from the very beginning that some type of alignment has to take place. A portal is an entryway. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to break down the date according to the energy of the numbers. When we look at 8/8, August 8th, it becomes a fire sign with the Earth number. The 2 8s, August 8th, indicates that this is a time that you must go deep within. And because it is the 16, that means that there could be some things within that may have to be torn down to bring new structures in place, such as limiting beliefs. Let's talk about the element of fire. The fire element is an element of passion. It's proactive. It's also an element of movement. When you see a person with a lot of fire in their chart, you'll notice that they always have to be on the move. And not only that, look at fire itself. When you look at fire, it just doesn't burn still. It's moving all over the place. Now, some of the things that you have to watch out for that fire element is if it goes uncontrolled, it can create chaos. It can also be impulsive and can tend to be a little bit too aggressive. Now let's move on to the Earth energy. You can be comfortable walking outside of your home and taking a step on the Earth and not having to worry about it moving if everything is intact the way that it's supposed to be, because that's how Earth is. Earth is solid. Whereas fire can be seen as an element that can be all over the place, Earth is an element that doesn't move. This gives it a steadfast characteristic. Let's move on to the number itself, the number 8. And we see this 8 3 times this year. The number 8 in itself, to name a few things, can represent power, achievement, success, wealth, infinity, and karma. Those are just a few things because 8 represents so much more. But I think that these are the qualities that people are looking to manifest in with this energy today. Based upon the information I gave you about the elements, I want to discuss one thing that you may not have heard about this 8/8 portal so far. Being that this is a fire sign with the Earth number, you need to find balance between your fire and your Earth. So we talked about all of these things that the fire element can add to this number. And one of those things is over aggressiveness and impulsiveness, while the Earth number is cold and dense. So that means you have to find a balance between being too stubborn or too set in your ways, because that Earth energy can play out as a person that is very stubborn and set in their ways. So the key to this is not to be too set in your ways that you cannot benefit from some of the things that the fire energy has to offer. That means basically you have to be in the middle. You have to be a little open-minded, but you have to also remind yourself not to be too aggressive where you do things without taking time to think about it. The number 8 is governed by Capricorn and Saturn. And I like to go to the planets to give me a clearer understanding of the type of number that I'm dealing with. When we look at Saturn, Saturn is that slow moving energy. If you've ever been driving down the road and you're going at a good rate of speed, you notice that the person in front of you is just creeping and you can't pass that person at the time, and you may be blinking your lights and blowing your horn, and that person is just not paying you any attention. They're just taking their own sweet time. Well, that's the illustration that I think about when I'm thinking about Saturn. Saturn is considered father time, and that's one thing that you need to think about when it comes to Saturn. It's a slow moving planet. Slow moving planet. And that's because it is the planet of discipline. It is going to teach you life's lessons, but it's going to teach you step by step. Saturn indicates you're going to learn this thing and you're not going to take any shortcuts. And this is funny when I think about it, because my mother was a Capricorn. My father was a Capricorn too. And so around our home, it was like when we were given instructions, we had to follow the instructions step by step. And my mother would go back and she would check it to make sure we did everything exactly how she said it. And if it wasn't done correctly, she'd make us do it all over again. So that's kind of how Saturn works in a way. The reason why I wanted to point out that part of Saturn is because I want to show you how the number 8 moves. Yes, it will bring you achievement, recognition, wealth, and all of that other stuff. But the point is, it's going to take some time. This is not something that's going to fall into your lap. This is something where you have to create a step-by-step plan, and you have to follow that plan in order to align with what you want to manifest. Now, here's another thing that proves this point. Capricorn, which is ruled by Saturn, rules the 10th house in the astrology chart. The 10th house in the astrology chart, that is the house that tells you what the public sees you as. It also covers career, achievement, and recognition. This part of the chart happens to be the highest point in your astrology chart. And that house just happens to be one of the ones that takes a long time to develop if you have any planets there in that house, because it's the peak of the chart. So that's just another illustration to show you that the number 8, Capricorn and Saturn, slow movers. I was an 8 in my formative years, and everybody talked about how slow I was. My granddaughter is a Capricorn, and she's the same way. So when you make your plan and begin to align with it, please note that you should practice patience, because it could take some time, a considerable amount of time. Another thing that I think that you should be aware of in this 888 Lionsgate portal is to be aware of self-imposed limitations, because we talked about the 8, and the 8 is powerful alone, and it's also slow alone. So when you think about 3 8s there together, that's a lot of time. Also, what I didn't tell you about Saturn is Saturn also represents limitations. This is how I personally feel about self-imposed limitations. A dream is free, no matter whether you dream something small or if you're dreaming something big. So if either dream is free, why not go for the biggest dream? Here's what I'm saying to you. This is a big moment, especially in regards to manifestation. As a matter of fact, every moment that you are setting intentions, you are experiencing a big moment because you're inviting something new into your life. So think big. Stop thinking small. Here's a true fact. Do you know that most people don't set intentions for things that they really want? They set intentions for the things that they think they can logically get. But the thing about that is, if you think that is something if it's something practical enough for you to just go out and get, then why would you even set an intention for it in the first place? That's fear. Fear of not being able to manifest what they really want. Always shoot for a goal that's higher than what it is that you really want, because even if you miss, you still get something. You still get more than what you would have been able to get in the practical sense. There's another thing that occurred to me also. This is a lot of earthy energy. So what do we do with earth? We plant seeds in the earth. And as we're looking at the symbolism of this time, it's an open portal for you to plant seeds in the earth. And whenever I think about planting seeds in earth, I think about planting seeds in your mind, getting these things in your mind so that you can water these things and so that you will have a harvest. And that's another thing that goes back to that speed thing. A farmer doesn't plant a field full of seeds and expect it to be up tomorrow. It takes time when you sow those seeds. So this is a time for you. You have plenty of dirt. So you need to be planting big seeds during this time. Also, we're going to break down the number that all of this adds up to. 8 adds up to the 24. In numerology, whenever you have a double-digit number or more, then that is called a compound number. And these compound numbers have meanings too. So this 24, it does equal a 6, but the 24 has a background meaning. And what it is a fortunate number. It promises assistance and association of those of rank and position. It denotes gains through influential women, through love, and the opposite sex. This is according to the teachings of Astro-Numerologist LLoyd Strayhorn. And what this is saying to me is be more caring and loving to the people that are in your circle and those maybe that are not even in your circle, especially those of the opposite sex. Show people love and be loving. A lot of times that helps bring in what it is that you may need to complete the puzzle piece to that dream that you're trying to acquire. What I really want to say here is whether you are trying to align with something you want to manifest today or any other day, you should be kind and compassionate to the people that cross your lives, because you never know. It could be just your smile to help a person get through the day. It could be just your smile to help a person hold on just a little bit longer. So a little love and compassion goes a long way. If you notice, the people that are most loving and most compassionate are the most fortunate people. I'm about to wrap this up because I'm going to leave a meditation at the end of this so that if you want to plant your seeds in this fertile soil, then you can use that meditation if needed to do so. But I just want to recap some of the things that we went over. I wanted to let you know that this is not going to automatically fall in your lap. Because we have all of this earth energy, all of these 8s then that means things are going to come, but they're going to come on time. And a saying that I used to hear growing up was when people was talking about God, they said he may not come when you want him, but he'll be there on time, because Saturn is teaching you lessons, is teaching you to go step by step. And to me, I feel like this is a great teaching moment for aligning with your manifestation, making sure that you go step by step and not try to shortcut. If the wait seems long, then wait, because sometimes people give up right at the finish line. Can you imagine giving up and not even realizing that you were right there at the finish line anyway? A lot of people walk away from their desires because they don't exercise their patience. So with this energy, I'm telling you, it's necessary for you to exercise patience. It's going to come, but it may take a little time. Another thing that we discuss is to find balance between your fire and your earth. What this really means is you need to find a balance of being too impulsive, being too aggressive, being too passionate, because the benefit of Capricorn is, if you know one, you know that they don't just make decisions right off the bat. They like to sit and think things through. And sometimes they can get stuck in that and not move further. But this is where the balance comes in at. Instead of being so impulsive, take your time to think about things before you get into it. And then don't allow it to have you stuck. Don't get so stubborn and set in your ways that you're not willing to change. We just talked about change in the last conversation. Don't get stuck in not being able to change. So you have to find a healthy medium in that. If you find that you find yourself taking too long to make decisions about stuff, think about why is it that you're taking so long? Because sometimes it could be a fear thing. Sometimes you have to have that fire to push you out there, because what that fire is passion. You also should be aware of self-imposed limitations. What things are you limiting yourself from? You may close yourself off if things don't seem to be going quite the way that you think they should go. In other words, don't become too practical for your own good. Let me show you another example of how this can show up in your life. There was somebody I know that wanted to win the lottery. That was their intention, to win the lottery. And after being unsuccessful or winning the lottery, but for not the amount of money that they wanted, they spoke to me about it and asked me. And I told them, I said, well, why are you trying to manifest winning the lottery? Is it because you just love playing the lottery and you want to win at it? Or is it a certain amount of money you want to attract or attain in your life? And the person told me that they didn't necessarily just want to win the lottery. It was a certain amount of money that they were looking for. And I asked that person, why not, instead of setting intentions to hit the lottery, why don't you set intentions for the amount of money that you would like to receive? Because when you set the intentions for that lottery ticket, what happens is you limit that money getting to you from other sources. There's one thing that I learned over my years of researching and studying manifestation. It almost never arrives the way you think it should or would arrive, but it will arrive though. That's my recap. I just kind of wanted to do this in a different way. It was not meant to discourage you, but I just wanted to alert you about the energy that you're working with on this day. And speaking of, there's one final thing that I want to notate here. When we go back to the fact that the 8 if turned on the side, is seen as the symbol of infinity. It's kind of like a circle. There's no beginning and no end. Yes, it means infinity, but I want people to know that also if you are planting seeds of negativity today, you can expect an infinite supply of that also. But I know you won't do that. I'm wishing you the best day ever. Happy manifesting. I love you to life. This is how you manifest on purpose. Let's prepare for meditation. If you are driving, this is not the time to do so. Please download this and save it for later. If you are not driving, please find a comfortable location, one that is distraction-free, one that is safe. Please relax and focus on your breathing. Enjoy your meditation.